Thank you for attending today's session on inter-entity trade. I'm just going to go through a few scenarios now because I think that it will give you a better understanding of the type of thing that inter-entity can do. So here's an example of, or two examples of mirrored entries. In the first example on the left-hand side, we have a group entity purchasing inventory from another group entity. So we've got Sam Limited ordering from Sam Inc. And this is really the scenario I described to you on the previous slide, where we can have that being done bidirectionally, where the purchase order is entered in Sam Limited. It would then be created automatically as a sales order in Sam Inc., where you could go in and do the shipment and the invoice, which in turn will create a receipt and purchase invoice for you in Sam Limited automatically. So we're just entering data once, and it's then flowing through to other areas automatically for you. On the right-hand side, we've got intra-group charging, where we have with Sam Inc. on the left-hand side, accounts receivable, processing an invoice, which then is being created automatically for us in Sam Limited as an invoice, so no need to rekey that invoice, that intergroup charge in Sam Limited. So those were examples of mirrored transactions where the transactions agree with each other. They've got the same dollar value. What we can also do, and this is a newer functionality that has been put into inter-entity trade, is we can automate the settlement process as well. And initially we just did it in one direction. You could process a payment and it would create the receipt. But we've just released the latest version of inter-entity trade, which will do it both ways for you. So you can process a receipt in Sam Inc., for example, and that receipt will then automatically create a payment for you in the reciprocal company, in this case being Sam Limited. So if I run through to accounts receivable, and apologies, my virtual machine seems to be running a bit slowly this morning. And I'm going to use a summary invoice here. You could use items as long as the revenue accounts associated with those items are mapped through to accounts on the other side, on the target side. That's fine. That question did come through the other day. And let's use customer number 9003. All of this, by the way, is in the cheat sheet. I'm just following it. And let's make this $1,000. We'll add that. And let's post that. So you'll see coming up on the screen there are messages saying that inter-entity trade has kicked in and is processing transactions. What we're doing is we're essentially subclassing these views, and that's allowing us to then create the reciprocal transactions on the fly in real time. So this has created invoice number 20. And if we now go through to the second database and have a look in accounts payable, here it is over here for $1,000. Now you'll notice here that we have used, in terms of the mapping, we've asked it to put in the company that it's come from, the database that it's come from, the user, and the batch number. We could have put a number of different things in there instead. So let's go ahead and post that. And these postings could be done automatically. I'm just leaving them open to show you these transactions prior to posting. And now let's do it the other way around. So now I'm going to process an AP entry. And this time I'm going to be using 9004. And because I'm in AP, I need to give it a document number. And let's put in $2,000 this time. I've got that same distribution code set up. And let's set that up for 2,000. Once again, let's go ahead and post that. And here it's creating the relevant entries on the other side. And let's now head back off onto the other side. And let's have a look at that last transaction that has come through over here. And once again, you can see that information coming through. And this time it's come in from AUK-in3. The user was admin and it was batch 51. So I'll go ahead and post that. And what I'll do now is show the transaction coming through, or rather the settlement. I could go into the other company and process an AP payment, but because I'm sitting in this company, I'm just going to process a receipt instead. And let's pay those, or let's rather deal with both of those transactions. I'll put in $3,000. And I might just limit it to invoices only. And let's go down and look for those. And here they are over here. It's that one, number 20, and this one over here for $2,000. So if I add that, and I go ahead and post that, once again, it's gone off and created the transaction on the other side. And here it is over here for $3,000. And if I go into that, you'll see not only has it created the transaction on the other side, in this case the AP payment, but it's allocated it to the relevant invoices as well. So I could just go ahead and post that now. I won't go through that process. All right, so having done that, if that's it, thank you all very much for attending.